In the opening, Clint Barton is showing his little girl toxophilism on his detached homestead while his better half readies an outing lunch for them. Abruptly, Clint's little girl disappears and the remainder of Clint's family deteriorates, alongside half of all life across the universe, the consequence of Thanos snapping his fingers in the wake of getting every one of the 6 Vestinus stones. Cloud and Tony Unmistakable are abandoned in space following their loss by Thanos on Titan, however are gotten back to Earth via Toon Danvers and rejoined with Natasha Romanoff, Bruce Standard, Steve Rogers, Rocket, Thor, and James Rhodes. The group figures out how to take the Endlessness stones back from Thanos and use them to invert his activities, yet learn after finding him that he had utilized the stones a second chance to obliterate them, forestalling their further use. He lets the excess Justice fighters know that he did as such to try not to involve the stones for additional evil purposes. Angered, Thor executes Thanos, saying it's what he ought to have done in Wakanda. With obvious now already, the leftover Vindicators set off on a mission to reassemble their group. Bruce Standard has now embraced the mass as a piece of him, and has merged his own cognizance and the mass together into one. Romanoff, in the wake of hearing reports from Rhodes of a professional killer that works with comparative strategies to Barton, passes on to track down him. Barton, consumed with anguish after the deficiency of his family, has been working under the mantle Ronin while ruthlessly slaughtering criminal cartels and posses all over the planet to attempt to work on the world that is still left. Natasha tracks down him in Japan and after some persuading, he consents to rejoin the group to attempt to bring his family back. Flag and Rocket go to the humble community of New Asgard, where Valkyrie and the last overcomers of Asgard have settled. They there find Thor, who has become overpowered by responsibility over neglecting to kill Thanos in Wakanda. Thor has become overweight, his hair and facial hair are congested, and he invests his free energy eating low-quality food, becoming inebriated, and playing Fortnite with his companions Korg and Miek. Thor hesitantly consents to get back to the Justice fighters after some persuading from Rocket and Flag. The meantime, Rogers is entrusted to go into the past to return the stones and Thor's mallet to their unique courses of events, yet chooses not to get back to the present and to rather carry on with the remainder of his life in the past with Carter. He returns before Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes as an elderly person, and passes his safeguard and the mantle of Skipper America on to Wilson. A concise flashback shows Rogers and Carter in a standard-looking house, at last sharing the dance they never got to have in their lounge room, really blissful finally.